Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel, and we have the Ultra Test 2. So, as you know, this afternoon, I did release a video to say that we will be playing the Ultra Test 2. Straight after Wargaming stream. So if you haven't watched Wargaming stream, please do so, because I'm sure you'll get more information from that stream. So Wargaming released Ultra Test 1, where basically the new game, Reforged as such, the new Unreal Engine, was put into test. Now Wargaming took all that feedback from those that tested Reforged, the Ultra Test 1, and they've kind of actioned it, and now we have Ultra Test 2. So I do like the certain things that Wargaming have gone and done with the game. Now there's things that I'm gonna probably say 3 or 4 or 5 different times in this video, but you know, Wargaming, I get that they're making, it's kind of like a whole new game. It is kind of like a whole new game, but the one thing that I wanted, and a lot of players wanted, was not so much change. You know, there's so much change in terms of in the game, where in your garage, all kind of different changes that we didn't want, you know, sets, all that shit. We didn't want that. The only thing we really wanted was better graphics, better physics. You know, we wanted rain, we wanted flipping tanks, we wanted all different things, marks of excellence and stuff like that. So of course we do have flipping tanks, and what I do like about that is it doesn't affect you. If your tank does flip over, it will always flip back onto its tracks. So one thing I'm still a little bit worried about is the difference between sort of what we have now in terms of in the garage to what it is going to be in the Reforged. Now it is still confusing for me, you know. It really still is confusing, because again, we didn't want the sets, we didn't want the keys to unlock sets and etc. I just want to play tier 4 to enough XP to be able to get tier 5. I didn't want to play tier 4, then you have to unlock keys, then you have to do this and that. I just want to play tier 4 and get enough credits and enough XP to be able to get the next tier. I didn't want to play tier 4 and be able to get tier 9. You know, I just want to play tier 4 and get tier 5. So things that Wargaming have changed, I mean, it looks brilliant. The game itself, in-game, really does look good. Now, this map on Castilla, I did have to sort of cut short, because for the whole game, it kind of sort of just kept bugging out, which is a shame, because I actually got 8,800 damage, which is my highest ever damage. However, it was against bots. You know, I'm not gonna gloat about that. So there is minor things like that you may still find in game, but what I do like, you know, Yamato Harbour here, the difference between what it is now to what it is going to be when this Unreal Engine is released. I mean, look at the difference now. Look at the difference. This map just looks so much cleaner, so much neater, tidier, and much better graphics. And this is what we wanted. This is probably what 99% of the player base wanted. We did not want sets. We did not want commanders. We didn't want OP commanders. We wanted a very good looking game with very good graphics and the ability to snow, storm, rain, fog. You know, we wanted that. We didn't want tech tree changes or, you know, sets. We didn't ask for that. We didn't want it. And you never know, you know, Wargaming still may take that feedback. They've taken the feedback so far about sets and added the tech trees to make it a little bit easier for people to understand. Now, again, I do like some things about the sets where you can click on a tank where it says good turret armor and stuff like that. That's not bad, but you could do that within a sort of within a tech tree where you can just click all tanks, for example, and then sort of click them as part of like the set. You know, have that as a set where you just click on good armor or good turret armor or good DPM, and it will bring up those certain tanks. However, when it comes to tech tree, you know, just the old tech tree will do. Now, one thing that I was worried about the game, now when I first tested the Ultra Test 1, my feedback, we pretty much gave Wargaming feedback. My feedback, or my worry, before I get to the feedback, my worry was the game is going to feel completely different to what we play now. And that was my biggest worry. But my actual feedback to Wargaming was, do you know what? Yes, around the sets and etc., the commanders and all this is not great. But when you are in game, it does feel very, very similar to what we are playing now. And they actually responded to saying good, because that is what we wanted. You know, we wanted the same feel in game, which is fine. You know, we do have the same feel, but you know, it's everything else that surrounds, other than the gameplay itself, it is everything else, like the sets, etc., which is good. Now, it will still take a bit of getting used to. I'm still trying to get used to the in-game, like, not in-game, but in the garage. Trying to find stuff, like even just trying to find ammo to put on. You know, your HE, your AP, your heat and all that. I'm still trying to sort of look for that properly. It's just confusing. And also, in-game. So when you're playing, yes, it still feels the same, but people are still going to take a little bit of getting used to, and that's because of your controls. It's all about controls. Those of you that have been around know exactly what I'm on about. People set their controls to exactly how they want to. You get the feel and you're like, right, that is perfect. My controls are set perfectly. You know, my directional button is the exact same size as I want. My fire button, my aiming button, you know, they are all set to exactly how I want them. But of course, in the Reforged, like especially now, you set up a new account or anything like that, you've got to try and get them controls to exactly how you want them. If they're not exactly how you have them, then it's very, very difficult. It's like being a new player again. Honestly, like, it is so hard to play the game when you're playing controls that are not set exactly how you want them. But you know, it will take a little bit of getting used to. It will take a little adjustments to get them exactly how you play them now. But once that comes, you know, it shouldn't take long. It shouldn't take long to get the feel again. And that's the one thing I was kind of worried about, is the playstyle. But as I've said, the playstyle feels exactly the same as the Blitz we are playing now, with, you know, minor differences. It's everything else that surrounds Unreal Engine. Again, the garage and the sets and everything like that is not what I'm liking at the moment, but everything else in game, in the battle, feels absolutely fine, and I can't wait for this to be released. And again, this is Ultra Test 2, so you know, I'm sure there will be more changes along the way. So at the moment, I think the game looks brilliant. It looks very, very good. The graphics look very, very good, and of course the physics are only going to get better and better and better. Don't expect the world when this is first released. Expect little bit by little bit, you know. Yes, we're having flipping tanks, but over time we will still start to see new things added. So let me know what you currently think of Reforged in the comments below. But for now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye bye.